Social Sciences on screen, the Graduands from the Faculty of Social Sciences. They are MSBM only, Mono School of Business and Management. So these are really the business students. Excellent partnership there. We're seeing on screen. And the Graduands are coming in. The sounds you're hearing, well, the music at least you're hearing, is from the Panorhythm Steel Orchestra, one of our many clubs and societies. The steel band has morphed into more than just a club. It's a part of the fabric of the UWI and of our graduation. This part of the ceremony is called the prelude. My name is Roger Bent, and I'll be taking you through the prelude, taking you through the processions. There are 3 processions, starting with the Graduands, the academic procession, followed by the Chancellor's procession. And thereafter, you will have the official start of the graduation ceremony. A lot of production work went into these 3 days. And you're seeing the attitude of our Graduands, that shade that just came off at the right time. The faces beaming with pride. We're seeing the marshal just guiding the Graduands to their assigned area. Each seat would have been assigned and planned just to ensure we have no issue with traffic when the time comes for the Graduands to make their appearance for their degrees. We want each Graduand to feel valuable enough that they get their moment to shine, and by ensuring the order, each person will get that kind of privilege. You will be hearing from 2 special persons this afternoon. You'll be hearing from the Valedictorian and the Honorary Graduand. The Valedictorian is Tamarnie Tavares, and the Honorary Graduand is Mr. Adam Stewart. So you will hear from these 2 individuals at the right time, and we'll give you a little bit of a background to them. But now we're focusing on the Graduands. This is the Faculty of Social Sciences, MSBM only. Yesterday afternoon, we had Social Sciences, except MSBM. Our future business minds, not just business, but they'll also move into the private and public sectors. And they'll also go on to dominate the globe. Look at these faces. You'll see them again. Different time, different places, but you will see them again, no doubt. Tamarnie Tavares, or Valedictorian, she's a native of the unassuming community of Belvedere, St. Andrew. She grew up in a nuclear family where she is the second of 3 children and takes pride in being the middle child. Her journey thus far has been challenging. Nevertheless, she continues to be eternally grateful for the love and support she has gotten over the years. She is a proud past student of Holy Childhood High School, where she credits her growth and development. She was very involved in clubs and societies there, and she's also very involved at the UWI at the faculty and guild levels. She now holds a Bachelor of Science in Operations Management. That's her major, and a Management Studies minor. That's Tamarnie Tavares, or Valedictorian. We now turn to the Honorary Graduand, Mr. Adam Stewart. He is the Executive Chairman of the Sandals Resort International, the parent company of the world's most recognized brands of luxury, all-inclusive resorts. Today, the company is one of the region's largest employers, with over 15,000 team members and 24 resorts across 4 brands and 8 islands. Before his current role, Mr. Stewart spent more than a decade as Deputy Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of the Sandals Resorts International, and led the brand's transition into its luxury included signature. In addition to his role in the company, he continues his leadership role in the family's extensive hospitality, media, automotive, and appliance business holdings, including his position as Executive Chairman of the ATL Group. It says, despite being one of the most successful and admired entrepreneurs of our time, Adam Stewart remains a proud Jamaican, a Caribbean citizen, dedicating much of his time to elevating the region. Mr. Adam Stewart, the Honorary Graduand, and you'll hear from him a little bit later on. We are now seeing the first of 3 processions. This is the graduates' procession. Coming up shortly, you will also see performances from the UWI singers, or the university singers rather. We like to own them, but the correct name is University Singers. And we have 2 more processions to come. The UWI is an internationally recognized university rooted in the Caribbean. And since 1948, this university has provided service and leadership in its mission to advance sustainable development for the survival of the Caribbean economy and society. The UWI has been consistently ranked among the top universities globally. This is by the reputable ranking agency Times Higher Education. We started as a university, College of London in Jamaica, with 33 medical students in 1948. The The UWI is today an internationally respected global university with nearly 50,000 students and 5 campuses. Those campuses are Mona in Jamaica, St. Augustine in Trinidad and Tobago, Cave Hill in Barbados, 5 islands in Antigua and Barbuda, and the Open Campus. We also boast global centers in partnership with North America, Latin America, Asia, Africa, and Europe. It gives you an idea of the breadth of this institution. Our graduates are coming in, taking their places. It's customary for females to wear white clothing and the men dark formal clothing. Again, you're seeing the orange, which is a color of the Faculty of Social Sciences. So the orange is on the hood of their gowns, and that is how you can identify them distinctively. UWI offers over 800 certificate, diploma, undergraduate, and postgraduate degree options, ranging from culture all the way to the social sciences and sport. It is also an activist university. Why? Because it is pivotal to every aspect of the Caribbean's development, residing at the center of all efforts to improve the well-being of its people. Through its annual output of graduates, Caribbean-based or Caribbean-focused research and policy advice to governments and the private sector, this great institution continues to contribute to the region's stability and development. We're seeing the marshals just gently guiding the graduates. Our graduates would have arrived well before the ceremony and would have waited patiently outside, in tented areas of course, until they were able to take their places inside of the tent. We're seeing smiles. That's what we love to see. It's a happy moment, a happy time, a happy place. This, we can proudly say, is the future of our region. Our graduates will go on to become a part of our network. And speaking of network, we have approximately 237,000 alumni. There is no sector of the Caribbean society, including the highest levels of government and business, in which our graduates are not found. over 25 have risen to become heads of government or heads of state. And countless are leaders of all different professions, locally, regionally, and internationally. We also boast Nobel laureates. One in 1979 and one in 1992. In case you're wondering, who are those Nobel laureates? Well, I will share. Sir Arthur Lewis, former Vice Chancellor, Nobel Prize for Economics, that was in 1979. And Derek A. Walcott, Nobel Prize for Literature in 1992. An impressive legacy that we have here at the UWI. And our graduates are well aware of it. It is why they chose to be here. It is why they trust us to take them through that journey all the way to this moment. Graduands are still standing. It means we have more on the outside to come in. Once this set of graduands come in, more than likely they'll take their seats and they'll make way for another set of graduands. That is those with advanced degrees, PhDs. So inclusive in this particular march would be both undergraduates and graduands. The hoods are not different, but the gowns are different. The sleeve is slightly different, so you could always tell the master's gown from the undergraduate gown, but possibly from this vantage point you won't. But to the trained eye, it's easily recognizable. So once the graduands are assembled, the advanced degrees, PhDs, will take the floor. And you will see them marching in with the marshals. Just to let you know, when they do come in, they'll be wearing scarlet Panama gown. Before this, I thought it was just red. But research is now showing me that it is scarlet Panama gown of special tropical style with longer and fuller sleeves than that of the master's gown. With sleeves lined and piped black. It also has a black hood, Panama black hood, and it has a black velvet mortarboard with black tassel. And the mortarboard is the square hats we see generally for academic functions that you'll see, of course, when the time comes. Can't get over the faces. Focused, happy, accomplished, and they're beginning to take their seats. important to see if the graduands have finished marching in, if this set of graduands are finished. If they are, the next will be those graduands in the red gowns that we spoke about. Now you will find, and here they are, the marshal is leading them, but it's still the undergraduates and master students. So we are waiting. Possibly there were several different doors, and now we're seeing the completion of that round. This is the UWI's presentation of graduate ceremony, a final of 5, and the focus today is on the Faculty of Social Sciences, MSBM, Mona School of Business and Management. Absolutely stunning. Great care was taken for this moment. Someone said, "Hi, mommy." Faces are alive and expressive. Friends touching base with each other. Of course, you know that this is the first that we're having face-to-face ceremonies post-COVID. We had wonderful sessions, wonderful graduations online, but there is nothing like face-to-face, nothing like face-to-face graduation. It's that moment when families and friends and siblings and younger sons and daughters can get to come with their loved ones to just see the achievement. The Faculty of Social Sciences is by far our largest faculty. The fact that we're able to have 2 graduations out of that faculty, and it's still a full house, gives you an idea of just how huge that faculty is. Hearing the Honorary Steel Orchestra. They have been playing for all 5 graduations. And at some point, you'll get a little bit of a look on them when the camera gets to them. They've been playing flawlessly. From what we're seeing, we're coming to a close of the graduate and undergraduate, the master's and bachelor's program, making way for the PhDs that we spoke about. The smiles are infectious. Proud people. Lots of hard work went into today, went into this moment. If you've been through, we're looking at the UWI singers. My apologies, the Panorama Steel Orchestra. That's the UE singers will come. I'm preempting. We're seeing attitude. People are laughing. They're seeing themselves on screen and they like it. The Panorama Steel Orchestra, well decked in black with just a beautiful shade of blue. You wouldn't know they've been doing this job since Thursday afternoon. It's always good to see the concentration. For most of us these days, the cell phone is so much a part of our lives. But in sessions like these, even you may find the occasional one or two, not much. And the door opens and the PhD students, the PhD graduands are taking their positions. These persons will be getting their doctorate in business administration, referred to as the DBA. And they have taken their seats. It means that we are anticipating the next procession. We may have a item before. We'll wait and see, but the next procession is the academic procession. And this procession will have the marshals, will have the marshal. The marshal is a feature in all the procession. They come before, they guide. And then you'll have the Guild of Students, members of the Guild of Students, members of the UWI Alumni, Jamaica chapter, and members of the University and Campus Council, along with faculty members. We will hear the sound. Each of these processions carry a sound, and these fans have become so very popular. You know, it keeps the graduates cool and composed. You can't underestimate, these gowns carry some heat, but the graduates wear it well. Of course, there is temperature control inside the tent as well. But people are watching the screens, seeing themselves on camera, and as usual, you know, putting their best foot forward. We are now expecting the academic procession. When next the door opens, we will see our staff members and our Guild of Students and members of the UWI alumni. We're seeing the academic procession now, led by the marshal. They're coming in from the side of the tent. Walking all the way up the aisle to take their place staff members. They are the mantle bearers. They carry the work in classrooms and in faculties. This evening and this afternoon is about them as well, their hard work. Their excellent instructions have paid off, and another group of graduands have benefited from it. The academic procession is seated, and I suspect you will hear shortly from the university singers. A group that is known locally, regionally, internationally for their music artistry. And I'm sure when you hear them as well this afternoon, you will be impressed. The smiles, and I just love the peace fingers, lovely. Peace, not war. And that smile. The UWI singers, here they are. The university singers and their excellent rendition of Strive, we should hear shortly from the announcer.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we begin our graduation ceremony, I would like to remind you of a few important matters. Could you please turn off your cellular phones or place them on silent now, please? Please note that the university provides an official photographer who will take photographs while the graduates are receiving their certificates. Graduates, Please be advised that instructions to access your photographs taken during this ceremony will be sent to you via email in due course. No unauthorized persons will be allowed to access the presentation area during the ceremony. The university shares in your pride at this graduation, but we appeal for restraint when the names are called so that all graduates may be able to hear their names clearly. Graduates, you and your guests are expected to remain for the duration of the ceremony. Please keep the aisles clear at all times. Emergency medical service is available at the front, at the undercroft, and at the rear of the tent. As you will have observed, exit signs are clearly marked. You are asked to note the location of the exit nearest to you. In case of any emergency, the ushers will guide you to the nearest assembly point. At the end of this ceremony, we ask families and friends to remain seated until the graduates' procession has exited the tent. We wish you a very enjoyable ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem and remain standing for the Chancellor's procession.
The university singers will lead us in the singing of the national anthem. That is a sound that signals that the Chancellor's procession is about to begin. And it has begun. You will see the Chief Marshal, the Campus Registrar, Deans of Faculties, President of the UE Alumni Chapter, well, the Jamaica Chapter, and the University Bursar, Public Orator and University Registrar. You're seeing the Honorary Graduand, Mr. Adam Stewart, the Deputy Principals and Pro-Vice Chancellors, the Campus Principal, the Vice Chancellor, Chairman of the Mona Campus Council, the Mace Bearer, who is the UWI Mona Guild President and the Chancellor. You are seeing the mace bearer going up. The mace is a ceremonial ornament that we generally see in processions relating to Parliament and formal academic occasions. It has a space in this ceremony. Once the mace is placed in its holder, it's indicative of the official start of the ceremony. They are doing a long walk from the back of the tent all the way to the front where we have the platform. These are our senior members of staff. In rank and office, and they would have participated in ceremonies across the region. It's not an easy task, but they do it so effortlessly. As they make the bend, coming to the platform area, campus principal, the Honorary Graduand, and the chairman of campus council, the mace bearer, and the chancellor, in that order. And she waits until the chancellor takes his place. She will then place the mace in its holder. Thereafter, she will take her place in the ceremony. My name is Roger Bent. This ends the prelude. The next voice you hear will be that of the chancellors.
Class of 2022, welcome to your graduation celebration. Chairman of the Campus Council, Dr. the Honorable Earl Jarrett, Pro Vice Chancellor and Principal of the UWI Mona Campus, Professor Dale Weber, Deputy Principal, Professor Ian Boxill, Pro Vice Chancellors and Principals, University Registrar, Dr. Marie Smith, University Bursar, Mrs. Andra McNish, Deputy Campus Registrar, Mr. Jonathan Archie, Honorary Graduand, Mr. Adam Short, members of the Diplomatic Corps, Honorary Graduate, Dr. the Honorable Shelley Ann Fraser-Price, members of the academic staff, officers and members of the university community, distinguished alumni, Valedictorian Tamarnie Tavares, graduating class of 2022, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're as pleased to be here as I am after 2 years of having to have distance learning and distance graduation. It's wonderful to be able to be here, gathered together in person to celebrate your outstanding achievements. My heartiest congratulations to each and every one of you of the graduating class of 2022. You have a special distinction, that of having completed a significant part of your programs under very trying conditions. I commend you all for staying the course. Well done. It is time now to celebrate that hard work, and it is truly my honor and pleasure to greet you all on this special day. First, I ask you to thank your loved ones who made the journey with you, your parents, partners, spouses, and children. They have been there while you burn the midnight oil to complete assignments and prepare for exams. You shared the confinement imposed by the COVID pandemic and face the many frustrations together. This is a collective achievement for many of you, and I urge you to find ways to express your gratitude to your most ardent supporters and cheerleaders. Even as we celebrate your accomplishments today, the question arises, what next? Over the past 2.5 years, we have seen our world change. In 2020, the COVID-19 pandemic showed us just how much can and cannot be done online, and the important role that information and communication technologies play in our daily lives. Our university pivoted to emergency remote teaching, and I applaud the leadership and staff at all levels for the tremendous work to ensure that you, our students, completed your programs and are graduating today. Give them a round of applause. We saw the resilience of the virus as it mutated. We saw the response from the global citizens. Some were of resistance, others a willingness to embrace the science and use the vaccine to turn the tide against the virus. The mixed response has led in part to our new normal, a cautious coexistence with COVID, with the fervent hope that the worst of the pandemic is long behind us and that we can return to our normal existence. However, the pandemic laid bare the social inequalities in our societies, and governments around the world and at home in the Caribbean have been grappling on how to recover from the unexpected negative impacts. Economic recovery must take into consideration social issues, and our university and you, our graduates, have a role to play in how well your community and your country thrive in this new normal. Then in February 2022, Russia invaded Ukraine, two countries that hardly are known to us, being so far away from these islands. This, however, has had far-reaching implications for global supply chains in our highly globalized world, and we have already seen the results. How well small developing countries, particularly those like our Caribbean countries that are highly dependent on imports and fossil fuels, cope with the possibility of food insecurity, rising prices of basic items, and increased unhappiness, uneasiness, and deprivation will depend on the ability of governments to apply the principles of democracy in managing their countries. You, our graduates, represent all facets of Caribbean society. The responsibility for fostering and nurturing these democratic principles in our society are now yours to carry forward. This does not mean to say that you have to take a role in government, not unless that is the career you wish to follow. Higher education plays a role in the democratization of societies by encouraging graduates to be critical thinkers, to be objective in assessing information, and to be open to other schools of thought, in the hope that that information will be used for the advancement of the societies in which you live. Graduation is a time when those of us on this side of the ceremony view with enormous pride the procession of graduates across the many disciplines, the wondrous gathering of brilliance, representing so much promise and hope for the betterment of our societies and our economies. You have much responsibility to carry forward, but I have faith in you, in your determination to make a difference. I have alluded to the challenges you faced to complete your programs and make it to this day. You are strong, resilient, determined, and I am so proud of every one of you. Many of you will be thinking, how do you convert your degree into a career, or maybe a promotion or a new job? What are the options available to you? Traditional careers have been transformed and now encompass many exciting areas. Many of the professions today did not exist 10 years ago. And in 10 years' time, many of the jobs of today may no longer exist. Entities such as Forbes magazine and the World Economic Forum have been tracking the trends in careers, making projections about areas that are fast-growing and with high earning potential. Some of these are expected: information technology, healthcare, financial management, data analytics. However, there are many, many new fields to which you all can apply yourself. I challenge you to look forward and analyze the possibilities that you can have in order to have successful careers in your future. What I ask is that whatever you do, it be impactful, done to a high quality, with commitment to advancing not only your personal interests, but those of the wider community. I urge you to be kind to yourself. We often forget the importance of taking care of our own health. In today's new operating environment, mental health is as critical as physical well-being. I want you to dream large, but at the same time, keep your feet firmly rooted on the ground. Today, I would like you to take inspiration from our distinguished honorary graduand. He is a trailblazer, thought leader, innovator, disruptor of the best kind, who is contributing to the improvement of his society through his respective discipline and field of endeavor. Take your lead from his example and be a positive influence in everything that you do in the future. Give back to your alma mater. There are many ways that you can do this that do not necessarily include financial cost. Be mentors to students who are now coming through the system. Serve as adjunct faculty or technical advisors in specialized areas. There are multiple ways and opportunities to contribute to ensuring that the work and the reputation of the University of the West Indies is maintained at the highest level. Wherever you are, the Alumni Office will reach out to you. Keep engaged with the university and always remember where you got this education from. This leg of your academic journey is done. You are the lights from the West. Go forth and show the rest of the world the brilliance of this region, which we all love so much. Congratulations to you all. We are met today in order that we may mark, by a formal ceremony, the entrance of certain of our members into the company of graduates and the academic achievement of others. As a university, we're an academic society of undergraduates, bachelors, masters, and doctors, and we follow the academic tradition in the pursuit of knowledge and the encouragement of learning, purposes which are laid down in the preamble to the Royal Charter by which we have been granted the powers needful for the prosecution of our affairs. In pursuing these aims, our members advance from time to time to a higher standing in the academic community, and it is proper that as a body we should celebrate their achievement. This is marked by the granting of a degree, diploma, license, or certificate, and we rejoice with our graduates on their advancement.
Chancellor, I now ask the public orator, Dr. Livingston White, to present Mr. Adam Stewart, whom the Senate and the Council of the University have been pleased to recommend for the award of the degree of Doctor of Laws honoris causa.
Chancellor, this question may seem exaggerative, but what would Jamaica be without the Stewart family? All-inclusive hotels, motor vehicles, appliances, media, providing virtually all the products and services many of us rely on for survival: food, shelter, transportation, information, and they've even launched higher education ventures. But maybe the better question is, how would all these undertakings have fared without such a competent successor as our Honorary Graduand? Chancellor, I present Mr. Adam Stewart, Commander of the Order of Distinction. 1981 proved an extremely significant year for his late father, Dr. the Honorable Gordon Butch Stewart, as not only was this the year that his son Adam was born in Kingston, Jamaica, but it was also the year that he purchased his first hotel. It comes as no surprise that our honoree, Mr. Adam Stewart, having grown up with the family business, became inseparable from the hospitality industry. Mr. Stewart has served as Chief Executive Officer and Deputy Chairman of the world's most recognized brands of luxury all-inclusive resorts, Sandals Resorts International, and currently serves that organization and the unbeatable ATL Group as Executive Chairman. But his ambitions were not limited to continuing in the legacy established by his father. Adam Stewart had a desire to expand, and in 2011 launched the Caribbean's award-winning tour company, Island Roots Adventure Tours in 12 islands. His philanthropic endeavors come in the form of the Sandals Foundation and the We Care Foundation, both making considerable benefactions to health and education. For his tremendous service to the tourism sector, Mr. Stewart has received numerous awards, including the Caribbean World's Travel and Tourism Personality of the Year Award 2010, the Caribbean Hotel and Tourism Association's Hotelier of the Year Award 2015, as well as the Distinguished Alumni Torch Award in 2010 from his alma mater, Florida International University, where he studied hospitality management. Mr. Stewart understands the value of a good education. In 2012, he established the Sandals Corporate University, promoting distance learning in the Caribbean. He maintains a long and fruitful relationship with the UWI's Mona Western Jamaica campus and is working with our university to establish the Gordon Butch Stewart International School of Hospitality and Tourism. This initiative, our honoree expects, will benefit Caribbean nationals and the world at large and dispel any notion that the region has to fall second to the rest of the world, as he believes we have the ability to outperform the best of the best anywhere. Today, we choose Adam Stewart as the unbeatable champion, the unbeatable #1, and honor him with our university's version of a 5-star rating. Chancellor, I invite you, by the authority vested in you by the Council and Senate of the University of the West Indies, to confer upon entrepreneur and philanthropist Adam Stewart the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
Madam, by the authority vested in me by the Council and Senate of the University of the West Indies, I now confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa of the University of the West Indies. Congratulations. Dr. Adam Stewart will now address the company.
Chancellor, Mr. Robert Bermudez, Chairman Campus Council, Dr. the Honorable Earl Jarrett, Pro-Vice Chancellor and Principal of the University of the West Indies, Mona, Professor Dale Weber, Deputy Principal, Professor Ian Boxill, Pro-Vice Chancellors and Principals, University Registrar Dr. Maurice Smith, University Bursar, Ms. Andrea McNish, Deputy Campus Registrar, Mr. Jonathan Archie, members of the Diplomatic Corps, Honorary Graduate, and my good friend, Dr. the Honorable Shelley-Ann Fraser-Price, members of staff, officers, members of the university community, distinguished alumni, Valedictorian, Tamarnie Tavares, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2022. No. Let me say that one more time again. The graduating class of 2022. Now we're talking. First of all, let me thank the university for this extraordinary honor. Next year marks 75 years of the University of the West Indies' contribution to building a better, bigger, stronger Caribbean. That's an amazing achievement. I must confess to you that as I was coming here today, trying to determine what would be the most relevant message to such an incredible audience, to be honest, I never had a clue there would be this many of you here. I didn't think you would look so outstandingly beautiful, and it's fantastic to see all of your family with you. As I walked in here, I started to change my thought. Yes, man, clap yourselves. You see, anybody who knows me knows how much I believe in this country and how much I believe in this region. But looking at all of you here, I know the future is just getting started. What I want to say to you is you've achieved the first step of your journey. The future and everything that we can become, my advice is a very, very simple message. Do not bet against Jamaica, and do not bet against the Caribbean region. In my life, I have been extremely privileged, particularly on the tourism side, to travel the world and promote the most beautiful part and region of the world that we call the Caribbean. It's exposure, seeing things, exploring new ways, traveling, talking to elders, talking to those who have been ahead of you, shows you a new way. And when I get to travel the world, I see how they do it, and it opens my eyes. But every time I come home to Jamaica, I can tell you that everything that we need to achieve our true maturity and everything that we can become is sitting right in front of my eyes today. I want each and every one of you to be the generation that never settle. I want you to be the generation that reaches higher than ever before. As we move into Jamaica 60 and around the Caribbean, deepening our independence, it is absolutely imperative that the weight sits on your shoulder to define everything that we will become as we go forward. This region is God's country. Some of us got oil down in Guyana and Trinidad. Some got natural minerals. Some have agricultural lands where we can do farm to table and every form of fancy farming. Some got beautiful beaches. But most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, we have our culture. I can bet you that if I ask all of you to stand right now, under the bones, under the dirt, any one of them, if my friend Ding Dong was on the stage with me right now, I would watch all the orchestration. We are a fascinating people. We are a people rich. We are a people rich in culture, the way we walk, the way we talk, the respect that we demand, the pride that we have. Ladies and gentlemen, do not settle. Do not bet against this country and this region. For someone in my position, as I look here, I start to get a lot of ideas. Because I'm sure at this next stage, you're saying, what next? My advice to you, for those of you who are in your early 20s, try things. Step out of your comfort zone. Ask a lot of questions. Work with fascinating companies that give you opportunities. When you start to get to the end of your 20s, into your 30s, you need to start to form your mind and find your superpower. The man above gave each and every one of you a superpower. Some of you may not have studied in the field that is your superpower, and that's absolutely okay. But when you get up in the morning and you're taking a shower and you're preparing for your day, be truthful with yourself. Find the thing inside of you that makes you tick. Find the thing inside of you that makes you want to get up every day so that you can outperform anybody else in that lane. So when you get to your 30s, you need to start to specialize. You need to figure out exactly who it is that you want to be. Align to your superpower, trying to find a field that is rewarding. As you look as to where we are, unemployment in Jamaica is coming back down to a 2019 number, which is a record since independence in this country. In the region, there is more private equity. There's more financial and fiscal stability than we have had in generations before. What we are looking for is the entrepreneur. What we are looking for is that individual who shows up every single day, giving 110%. What we are looking for in this region is the future. And everything that we can become, we have to look through at life through a future lens. So let me end by saying to you, one thing I have to say as good advice: do not get caught up in the sussy. Do not get caught up. You see, in life, there are main events and there are side shows. Make sure you, after doing everything that you have done on this educational journey, make sure you focus on the main event. And the main event needs to be what it is that makes you tick and focus and drive every day. This is awesome. This is an awesome day. I could not be more proud of each and every one of you. Do not settle for mediocrity. Do not accept mediocrity. Be the generation that proves that right here in the Caribbean, you can compete on the world stage and outperform any society anywhere in the world. The solution for Jamaica and the solution for the Caribbean is not overseas. It is right here in your backyard. I just want to thank each and every one of you for having me. I want to thank the university. I want to thank my distinguished Sandals team that is here. As I look through these gentlemen that I work with, there's Dr. Merrick Frey, who worked with my father starting the year just after I was born. To his right, Sean DaCosta. He started in our organization in food and beverage as a trainee. He is today the chief operating officer of the world's best luxury resorts anywhere in the world. 31 years with the company. And as I go down the line, Eleanor Miller from ATL 46 years ago, but she's only 21 years old. And there's a message in what I'm saying. These individuals that lead the best of the best, the biggest team in the Caribbean, 18,000 of us across 10 Caribbean countries, specialized. They found their superpower. They stayed in a lane after time. They showed up every day, gave it what they got. And ladies and gentlemen, there is no hotel company in the world that can stand beside Sandals, born right here in Jamaica. So the next time anyone says to you, it can't happen here, prove them wrong. Show them, yes, it will, yes, it can, and show them that you will be the generation that will make it happen. I love each and every one of you. This region of the Caribbean is God's country. Never forget that. Thank you so much for having me.
And I think that Dr. Stewart left you with no doubt of what you're capable of. Do not let him down. The university singers will now perform.
Together to fight this holy Armageddon. So when the man comes, there will be no doom. Have pity on those whose chances grow thinner. There ain't no hiding place from the Father of creation. One love, one heart. Let's get together. Together and feel alright.
Chancellor, the persons whose names will be called studied in the University of the West Indies, and having fulfilled the requirements of the University of the West Indies, beg leave to be presented to you and to the Senate of the University by the representative of their faculty as Bachelor of Science or as holders of diplomas of this university. Sir, the Dean, Faculty of Social Sciences, Dr. Heather Ricketts.
Sir, my colleagues and I ask you to receive as graduate members of our society these persons present who, having fulfilled the requirements of the university, have been admitted to bachelor's degrees or have been awarded diplomas of this university.
By the authority vested in me, I receive these persons whose names are about to be called, and those who are unable to attend as graduate members of our society.
Sir, for the degree of Bachelor of Science, Social Sciences, I present Yannick Akins, Camille Allen, Karon Ajawi, Cassandra Ali with first-class honors. Alicia Anderson. Lisa Anderson. Kyla Atkinson. Danelia Bailey. Monique Bailey. Tajay Bailey. Janelle Baker. Tanila Ballantyne. Jada Banton. Kendra Banton. Amoy Barrett. Kimani Barrett. Kimberly Barrett. Mario Beeput. Khalees Basco. Brittany Bennett. Ayona Bennett. Ashley Bernard. Alicia Blackwood. Christoph Blake. Donovan Blake. Savannah Page Blake. Sharon Blake. Jaceel Blythe. Alea Bourne. Jody K. Braham with first class honors. Carissa Broadbell. Christina Brown Benjamin. Brittany Brown. Brian Brown. Crystal Brown. Daniel Brown. Debian Brown. Jessica Brown. Moya Anderson. Kevin Brown. Sandria Brown. Shavoy Brown. Wayne Ann Bryan. Crystal Buckner with first class honors. Shakika Budu with first class honors. Kieran Bury with first class honors. Claudine Berger. Robert Burns with first class honors. Abigail Burt with first class honors. Shanil Bell. Ava Burton. Danielle Butler. Odane Cameron. Craig Campbell. Nicholas Campbell. Ricardo Campbell. Teresa Carter. Jermaine Chambers. Matthew Chance with first class honors. Shannon Chin. Shalice Cheese. Alex Chin. Tanae Chong. Ricardo Christian. Chanel Chaibar with first class honors. Aaliyah Clark. Amoya Clark with first class honors. Joshua Clark. Larone Clark. Ryona Clark. Sheldon Clouden. Deschanel Collard. Bradley Cooper. Saeed Cowell. Cheyenne Crosby. Justin Cross. Tavia Cunningham. Khadijah Daly. Maxine Bernard. Janelle Allen. Tiandra Black. Abajay Davis. Christina Davis. Ebony Denny. O'Shane Dennis. Renee Dennis. Roshana Denny. Erica Dewar. Amar Dewar. Yashikia Dixon. Abigail Douglas. Katia Douglas. Adrian Downer. Kimberly Dunbar. Alex Ebanks. Brianna Edwards with first class honors. Renisha Edwards. Peter Gay Hewlett. Kimani Faulkner. Jamel Ferron. Keon Ferguson. Shanique Fisher with first class honors. Janelle Forbes. Latoya Forbes. Luana Forbes. Shamar Foreman. Kayla Foster. Abigail Francis. Nicholas Francis. Sanavia Francis. Carolyn Fraser. Karine Frey. Taj Frith. Ariel Garrix. Geneva Gaskin. Tavia Givens. Denzel Gibbs. Gabrielle Givens. Jodianne Gooden. Shalonda Gordon. Neshan Green. Imani Graham. Chanel Gray with first class honors. Sharifa Gishard. O'Keefe Hall. Nasilia Hall. Jade Hansen with first class honors. Jamila Harvey. Nikira Harvey with first class honors. Sasha K. Harvey. Lexan Horton. Tafian Horton. Rosemary Hales. Carrie-Ann Headlon Steele. Jean-Marie Henry. Nastasia Henry. Joanna Henry. Moesha Henry. Reveille Henry with first class honors. Rena Hepburn. Carlisa Hewitt. Rogine Hibbert with first class honors. Natalia Hibbert. Shaquille Hibbert. Abigail Hines with first class honors. Aaron Hoylett with first class honors. Xavier Howell. Tiana Howell. Chantel Hudson. Taj Hunter. Tony Ann Hunter. Yesenia Hunter. Malika Jackson. Ladis Jacobs. Devon James. Nikisha Jarrett. Abigail Johnson. Giovanni Jones. Thalia Francis. Nikelia James. Shamara Burry. Sashai Harris. Megan Holland. Christabel Latour. Martha Louts. Telesia Letman. Lorenzo Levy. Tanisha Lewis with first class honors. Shamar Lindsay. Kerry Lynn. Ricardo Hilton. Kenisi Lynch. Otis Malcolm. Peter K. Malcolm. Shanae Malvo. Shakira Manhurts. Romanique Marsh. Shania Martin. Britannia Matthews. Kimani McCarthy with first class honors. Sharifa McCullough with first class honors. Michaela McFarlane. Tiffany McFarlane. Shamar McGrowder. Shannon McInnes. Jordana McKean. Stevell McKellop. Andre McKenzie. Britannia McKenzie. Shamika McKenzie. Jordan McLean. Tashika McLeod. Shante McNeil. Javon Messam. Alexia Mighty. Renice McMaster. Malanda Miller. Tanisha Miller. Kimon Johnson. Anika Mills with first class honors. Dejanay Dixon. Rashida Miller. Ajani Millwood. Shanice Mitchell. Kareem Mogg. Damaris Moo. Blair Morris. Moesha Morris. Carlington Moulton. Beyonce Mullins with first class honors. Shauna K. Murray. Asha Murray. Barrington Myrie. Abigail Newman. Antonio Newman. Monique Newman. Selena Fraser. Tajera Orrit. Janelle Paisley. Latasha Palmer. Stefan Pink. Gitana Pinnock with first class honors. Tashika Peter. Serena Potter. Nichelle Phipps. Chanel Price. Catherine Reed. Chevon Reed. Tamika Reed. Chantel Rooms Morgan. Chad Richards. Frances Richards. Shantana Richards. Misha Richardson. Shuala Richards with first class honors. DeAndrea Loney. Taishiana Richards. Ricardo Ricketts with first class honors. Shanique Roberts. Sane Robinson. Sidney Robinson. Renisha Rookwood. Shamari Roswell. Ronisia Robinson. Troy Robinson. Franz Rowe. Brittany Samuels. Gianna Samuels. Javane Samuels. Serrano Samuels. Abigail Scott. Kamar Scott. Shellyanne Scott with first class honors. Tiana Scott. Venetia Seymour. Davian Shakes. Cheyenne Shepherd. Andrew Simmons. Cadian Simmons Kelly. Apollonia Simpson. Mikhail Simpson. Saniki Simpson. Briannie Smith. Latanya Smith with first class honors. Sherdine Smith. Samantha Splatt. Shavoni Spence with first class honors. Samoy Stewart. Anna K. Street. Latandria Street Holder. Donald Sutherland. Toshiba Sutherland. Tamarnie Tavares. Brittany Lewis. Melissa Taylor. Shanice Taylor. Tony-Ann Thompson. Shamar Thelwell. Natoya Thomas. Tashika Thomas. Aliyah Thomas. Jadine Thomas. Rory Thomas with first class honors. Shania Thomas. Michael Thompson. Renee Thompson. Tavane Thompson. Camion Tomlinson. Alicia Tomlinson. Brandy Tucker. Tiana Toller. Vanessa Valentine. Tashana Waddle. Davir Walker. Monique Walker. Serena Walker. Shanae Warner. Oksana Watson. Shantina Watson. Deandra Wilby. Sashoy White. Trudine White. Nicole Wilkes with first class honors. Akila Williams. Gefina Williams. Javel Williams. Samantha Williams. Whitney Williston. Carissa Wilson. Leandra Wilson with first class honors. Michaela Wright. Christine Willis. Brittle Young. Andreen Wright. Anika Williams. Aria Scott. Ketura Sika Fowler. Lauren Scott. Ronaldo Young. Dante Wilson. Carisha Scarlett. Ryan Poyser. Tion Francis. Sashik Williams. Ashley Livingston. Lamisha Graham. Tiffany Fenton. Kisanyo Lang with first class honors. Shawnake Black. Jermaine Stevenson. Ashley Jones. Chanel Parker. Jada Howard with first class honors. Mark McLeod. Ranil Lee. Sashika Edwards. Michael Gonzalez. Alex Palmer. Dario Lopez. Michael Keane. Kimberly McCree. Bianna Johnson. Rolando Francis. Tamika Knight. Amani Uswali Nketia. Nicholas Wright. Darian Ruddock. Rodney Ashley. Ronaldo Stewart. Brianna Lindo. Sage Rodriguez. Gabrielle Morrison. Kamar Leslie. Yoshe Johnson. Sonoy Barnett. Amara Wright. Shante Sadler. Tara Lee Binns. Jordine Honal. Samara Fletcher. Akeem Aris. Rihanna Mills. Devoni Gray. Makila Ware. Clifton Johnson. Cardell Wickham. Samantha Powell. Tia Robinson. Marva Woodley. Christina Riley. Chanel Smith. Aiden Cummings. Tyrese Jordan Beadle. Shanique Paisley. Crystal Gale. Naisha Seaton. Jamoy Saint-Jacques. Justin Brown. Ryan Williams. Roxanne Francis. Nikwe Herdsman. Shakila Wheatley. Stephlyn Royal. Jodianne Spence. Samoya McLean. Moesha Miller. Shanil Hay. Tanya McFarlane. Ashley Foster. Roanna Thompson. Stacey-Ann Gordon. Chanel Brooks. Roshane Johnson. Tawana Francis. Marlando Nugent. Rachel Hall. Alyssa Fairclough. Shanique Senior. Anashka Sanderson. Jamie Drummond. Latoya Walker. Vanessa Allen. Najia Campbell. Brittany Nemhard. Jamar Watson. Stacey-Ann Gregory. Monique Robinson. Shamar Moncrief. Laureen Ward. Erica Rowe. Rasheem Stewart. Iana Mattis. Sylvia Wisdom Evans. Chrisanne Buchanan. Corey Winter.
I now call on Tamarnie, Tavares, the Valedictorian, Bachelor of Science, Operational Management, and Management Studies Second Class Honors, Upper Division, to deliver the valedictory address.
Chancellor, Mr. Robert Bermudez, Chairman Campus Council, Dr. the Honorable Earl Jarrett, Pro Vice Chancellor and Principal of the UE Mona, Professor Dale Weber, Deputy Principal, Professor Ian Boxill, Pro Vice Chancellors and Principals, University Registrar, Dr. Maurice Smith, University Bursar, Mrs. Andrea McNeish, Deputy Campus Registrar, Mr. Jonathan Archie, Honorary Graduate, Dr. Adam Stewart, members of the academic staff, officers and members of the university community, distinguished alumni, graduating class of 2022, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My fellow graduates, congratulations. I am extremely proud of each and every one of us for making it this far. We are the Faculty of Social Sciences, MSBM's graduating class of 2022. We deserve it. We have a right to celebrate ourselves and be proud of this momentous occasion. We all know it wasn't easy, but it was worth it. Let us take a moment to reflect on our scholastic journey and those who played a major role in guiding us along the way. To the faculty and its members, administrators and lecturers, we appreciate your unwavering support and for always having our best interests at heart. To our parents, guardians, and relatives, hats off to you. In particular, the single parents that supported us throughout our journey. To all the persons who made our experience a memorable one, we thank you. Some of us built friendships that mean we can confidently say, this is family. Whether we were full of energy and were ready to see what university life had to offer, eager to make new friends, meet our dorm mates, or be involved in clubs and societies, we all gave this our best shot. Yes, there were tears that could fill buckets and drums. Yes, there were moments where we would visit our academic advisors or turn to our peers to vent about our struggles and challenges. And yes, there were moments where we would just sit and gaze into space, wondering, what on God's earth am I doing with my life? Do we all remember critical reading and writing in the social? That course showed us a side of ourselves that we had never seen. And do we remember those funny-looking mathematical and statistical symbols, trying to commit to memory equations and formulae that we didn't think were necessary? And do we remember those courses that required us to read chapters upon chapters that would most time result in us dreaming about how delicious our Sunday dinner is going to be? Read for your degree. Were we tired of hearing that? No? Maybe a little? Regardless, that is what we all did. And as a result, we are here. The all-nighters, the late-night study sessions, the marathons held by the faculty in collaboration with the guild and student reps were not in vain. And then there were all the clubs and societies that we joined, enjoying the faculty's versatility. There is only one SOSI. The orange will forever fly high. All the knowledge that we gained will no doubt be valuable as we move forward in life. We are the future accountants, human resources managers, marketers, operations managers, general managers. Like our motto says, together we will be exceeding expectations. The most important thing I think we have learned is how to be accepting and appreciative of change. Some of us only had one full semester's experience of university life on campus. The novel coronavirus hit us real hard. We were forced to adapt to new methods of teaching, find new ways of learning, navigate the technological space, and of course, mute our mics or trying to escape that noisy background because we never know when our lecturers would call on us. It was challenging initially, familiarizing ourselves with Blackboard Collaborate, being a part of breakout rooms. We navigated the group work and class discussions. All of this helped us to realize that learning never stops, and there is always more to what we can do because change is an inevitable part of life. There will be hugs and tears today as we have made amazing connections and have built unbreakable bonds. We'll do our best to stay in touch and continue striving for excellence. Zig Ziglar, an American author and motivational speaker, once said, "You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great." We are stepping into the next chapter of greatness. Let us be bold and embrace whatever life throws at us. And let us also not forget that we are the architects of our own future. Graduating class of 2022, we did that. Thank you all.
Sir, I now call on Professor Marcia Roy, Director, Graduate Studies and Research, to present to you members of our society for the award of high degrees.
Sir, I present to you these members of our society who haven't fulfilled the requirements of the university, have been awarded postgraduate diplomas, or have been admitted to master's degree, and we beg that you recognize their advancement in our society.
By the authority vested in me, I confer on these persons whose names are about to be called, and those who are unable to attend, postgraduate diplomas and master's degrees of this university, and recognize their advancement in our society.
Sir, for the Masters of Science Accounting, I present Marsha Ainsworth, Chanel Anderson, Shanique Brown, Oshika Buchanan, Paula Cameron, Risan Cooks, Donette Dobney, John Martin, Colleen Pusey, Rodane Spence, Garth Thompson, Alicia Williams. Sir, for the Master of Science, Computer-Based Management Information Systems, I present Chantel Brady, Maltisha Brown, David Edgehill, Emil Holgate with distinction, Richard Hutchinson, Margaret James Freeman, Anna K. Jones with distinction, Nathaniel Nation, Latoya Brown Robbins, Jermaine Robinson, Dave Vassell with distinction, Amigo Wallace, Sharika Wesley. Sir, for the Masters of Science, Corporate Finance, I present Shaquille Campbell, Floyd Ford, Dothlyn Glenn, George Carr with distinction, Natalia McGee, with distinction. Loxley Murray. Dwayne Taylor. Chanel Watson, with distinction. Chanel Walton, with distinction. Daniela Watson, with distinction. Sir, for the Masters of Science, Logistics, Supply Chain Management, I present Jamali Brissett. Tonian Davidson, with distinction. Deshaun Howe. Shade Jameson. Kerry Lawrence, with distinction. Geraldine McCullough. Victoria Morgan. Colin Parchment. Shanika Pete. Shara Stewart. Sir, for the Masters of Science, Marketing and Data Analytics, I present. Ladies and gentlemen, we did 2 this morning, we have another couple. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 2 distinctions. Ricardo Nemard and his wife, Shanona Nemard, with distinction and distinction. Janelle Ray Bowie, with distinction. Sashina Campbell. Kayla Farrell. Amanda Hamilton Roberts. Satara Hendricks. John Henry. Kuwayne Jacobs. Jodianne Kennedy. Simone McFarlane. Shoshana McKenzie. Carice Miller. Odane Rose. Chelsea Thomas Benoit. Andre Wallace. Sir, for the Masters of Science, National Security and Strategic Studies, I present Cherry Codner, with distinction. Sir, for the Masters of Science, Communication Policy and Technology Management, I present Epson Patterson. Sir, for the Master of Science, Business Administration, I present. We have a sweat of twins, ladies and gentlemen. Ramar Williams, with distinction, and Luana Williams. Eugenia Anyanse. Roxanne Brown. Rayan Brown. Rachel Callahan. Bernard Campbell. Nordia Chung. Alicia Cross, with distinction. Sonia Dennis. Renoy Dixon. Devin Doman. Nicole Ebanks. Romaine Cade Gale. Sandrine Hayden, with distinction. Corinne Henry. Camelia Hines Kamika. Jodianne Jenkins. Dana K. Kildare, with distinction. Carrie-Ann McCarthy. Kristen McKinson. Akina Malloyd. McLeod. Jamie Morris. Justin Morris. Adane Murray with distinction. Mikhail Myers. Tashea Nemard. Sodia Peters. Christina Plummer. Stephanie Reese. Jeanette Reed Moore. Joelle Ryan. Ladies and gentlemen, we have another set of twins. Nicholas and Alex Smichael. Stephanie Smith. Sophia Somers Williams. Vinette Stevenson. Stacian Taylor. Veronica Thomas. Anna Joy Tibby with distinction. Anna K. Toyloy. Denise Toller. Aluana Vernon. Everton Walters with distinction. Chevelle Wellington with distinction. Amina Whiteley. Rachel Wright with distinction. Sir, for the Masters of Science, Masters of Business Management, I present Larry Johnson. Sir, for the Masters of Law, Public Health, I present Howard Chamberlain.
Sir, for the degree of Bachelor of Science, Social Sciences, I present Nicole Hall.
Chancellor, I now call on Professor Audrey Henry Lee, Pro Vice Chancellor, Graduate Studies and Research, to present to you members of our society for the award of higher degrees.
So, I present to you these members of our society who, having fulfilled the requirements of this university, have been admitted to the degree of Doctorate of Business Administration, and beg that you recognize their advancement in our society.
By the authority vested in me, I confer on these persons whose names are about to be called and those unable to attend the degree of Doctor of Business Administration of this university and recognize their advancement in our society.
So, for the Doctorate of Business Administration, I present Claire Grant.
I recognize your advancement in our society. Congratulations.
Trisha Ann Morris.
I recognize your advancement in our society. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
I now call on the President of the UWI Alumni Association, Jamaica Chapter, Mr. Dwayne Hayes, to lead the graduates in the Alumni Pledge.
Good evening to all. It is my distinct pleasure to invite the graduating class of 2022 to stand and recite together the UWI Alumni Pledge, which can be found on page 98 of the graduation program. Whilst you locate the pledge, I would like to officially welcome you to the UWI alumni family. I invite you to become engaged alumni who show Pelican pride and are involved in the life of the campus as guest speakers, supporters of sports and hall events, mentors, recruiters, promoters and advocates of the university, and much more. Let us now begin to say the pledge together. As a graduate of the University of the West Indies, I commit myself to uphold the ideals and goals of my alma mater. My conduct and voice shall reflect the commitment to excellence of the light rising from the West. As I fulfill my social and professional responsibilities and serve my community and region, I will strive to ensure the UWI's place as a Caribbean icon, the catalyst for Caribbean development and leadership, It is a legacy that I will help proudly build for future generations. The UWI, first in our hearts and first in our region. Heartiest congratulations to you all.
We will now sing the university song, which is on page 99 of the program. Would everyone please be standing? This brings to a close the public ceremony by which the University of the West Indies has signaled the awards of degrees, diplomas, certificates to its graduates. But I would like you, as a parent, would like you to do something before you leave. You are very proud of today, and you have every right to be. But your parents, your family, your friends who are sitting at the back of the hall have made this journey with you. And today is as much an important day to them as it is to you. So turn and face them and give them an almighty roar. Please allow me and the specially invited guests, along with the platform party, to leave before you do. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful life. You deserve it.